Buckle up, guys. This one is going to be a roller coaster. I don't know whether to be scared, disgusted, concerned. I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and dive right into this.
Meet Jason Beck, Associate Director, Total Force Requirements and Sourcing Policy, Office of the Secretary of Defense. Jason Beck says he would like to work on a monopoly on violence, which, according to Britannica, is a concept that the state alone has the right to use or authorize the use of physical force. Beck describes it as, quote, "We, the government, are the only ones with guns."
I would like to do some work on the state's monopoly on violence.
On the what?
The state's monopoly on violence.
State's monopoly, what is that?
It's the idea that the state, meaning the country, is the only sort of legitimate purveyor of violence and force of force. We're the only ones with guns, right?
I'm pretty sure that history would probably tell us that the government doesn't need to be the only one with guns. That's why this great exercise of freedom in the United States has been so successful.
Going back to your topic, it's like the state should be the only one that has access to these sorts of firearms, essentially.
Yeah.
Jason Beck, Associate Director, Total Force Requirements and Sourcing Policy from the Office of the Secretary of Defense, says that, quote, "We, the government, should repeal the Second Amendment and take all the guns away," unquote.
And this tells me that he would probably be an advocate of the story that I covered last week, where the AFT decided to raid Twin Bros LLC over the Hoffman Super Safety. If you didn't see that video, it'll be linked above.
Man, they always shout Second Amendment, Second Amendment.
I think we should repeal it and take them all away. Whatever, just take them all. Gosh, there's so many things that you could do.
On guns, particularly, would just be repeal it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we have a need for it.
Jason Beck says you just have to take the guns, up to and including mobilization of the National Guard. How do we deal with these crazy people, though, that they don't want to give them up?
So you and I are the crazy ones. I'm going to pull a clip here, and I'm just going to put this picture here, and if you want to go look this up yourself, you can feel free to go look this up. I am not going to explain it because I want to maintain the family friendliness of my channel by not explaining what this means. He simply says that his plumbing is different.
You have to take them.
So what would be like a federal solution?
But I wonder if you would see a similar solution to like school integration.
Yeah.
Where they did have to mobilize the National Guard. How many people in the National Guard, maybe were personally opposed to integration, but still followed orders and made it happen?
Hopefully they would have to follow the orders.
Right.
Because that's what they'd have to do.
Right. Yeah, if it's a lawfully given order.
Correct.
So now what I am hoping is there are enough freedom-loving people in the National Guard and the military that they would not pull this stunt.
First step, though, we got to somehow get people on that court. I don't know how that's going to happen.
We need to pack the court.
So of course he would want to pack the court. So now this is the part where it lays into my concern.
Do you have the classified stuff that I can't talk about?
Oh, you're turning me on already. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Made you dinner, some rose petals here. I'm a little bit of a romantic, so. Do you mind untying it for me?
So this is the concerning part to me. This joker is willing to flirt with giving away classified information just to impress some dude. He is so deprived of male attention that he is going to allow James O'Keefe to come in and play such a flamboyant role. James, I've seen him do some stuff in the past, but I've never seen anything like this. If you have it, link it in the comments section below. I want to see it. But now James has thrown down some rose petals and had him untie his little apron so playfully, and then he flirts just a little bit more, except this time it's with danger.
So, you've heard of this guy, What's his name? James O'Keefe? Or James O'Keefe?
Yeah, I think so. He was the one he would like go undercover and like try to trick Democrats into saying stuff. He's a terrible person.
He's a terrible person.
He's a terrible person, but he's sitting on your couch.
Jason Beck, Associate Director, Total Force Requirements and Sourcing Policy, Office of the Secretary of Defense in the Pentagon, articulates his extreme policy views, including confiscating all guns, abolishing the Senate, tearing down the border wall, opening the border, removing the Electoral College, and establishing a state monopoly on violence.
So now you guys are probably like me. Somebody has pronouns in their bio, you don't take them seriously. But with this person's position, where they're at, and their radical mindset, that is just a little bit concerning. You know, if a politician were to promise gun control, this person would vote that same way. Yes, they have the same voters' rights that we do. Are you more concerned about the fact that he has access to classified information and is willing to flaunt it a little bit over a little bit of male attention? That right there is pretty bad. Loose lips sink ships, and I'd hate to see any bad actors get a hold of any information that he has. So now I absolutely got quite a bit of joy out of the way James O'Keefe, he played that role very well. I got a kick out of the way he played that. The whole untying the apron thing, that one cracked me up. So now you can see that this took place in multiple settings. So he had to have been courting this fella for just a little while to get all that information out. Where there were like 2 different restaurants and then a house or apartment or something to that effect. So yeah, he had been on multiple occasions courting this guy to get that information out of him. So I guess this was pretty decent journalism on my part. I don't know if I'd have been able to bring myself into trying to play that role, but yeah, it turned out pretty good. So now go ahead and fill out the comment section. Y'all have a good conversation down there about what you just saw in this. We'll catch up with you next video. I love you.